Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Monday Night Live. Happy New Year. First stream of the new year. Trying a new thing. We are on Twitch today, as well as the Facebook and YouTube channels that we are used to. I just signed up for Twitch, so if I'm missing something or we need more information there, let me know. I'm still trying to figure out the information, although a lot of stuff seems to be there, which is kind of cool. I have yet to even watch a stream on Twitch yet, so I'm so brand new. So thank you so much to everybody tuning in and watching and seeing what's going on. Wherever you're at, comment, say hello. I'm watching all of the chats here, and I'm kind of hoping I can get Instagram back up and running soon. I just need another camera is all I need. That's all. So how's everybody doing? Did we all have a good break? I had an excellent break. I've been chilling, been relaxing. I didn't work, even studio work. I did illustrations, as you can see, but no admin or anything like that. So for all of you who sent me messages, I'm so sorry for the delay in my responses. I caught up with a few this morning, and I'm going to be catching up with some tomorrow afternoon. So I will get back to you, I promise. I've just been trying to catch up. I just really needed the time out, and I'm so glad I took it because I feel great. It was so nice to just kind of go at no schedule for a little bit and then just go with what the vibe needed, and it was so great. But luckily for us all, what the vibe needed was some more tarot. So I've worked on 4 new cards over the holidays, and this is actually the last one of those 4. Not the last tarot card. Could you imagine? I'm good, but I don't think I'm that good. So this is the last of the 4 that I started, and I have so many more in the wings, and I feel like I've gotten a really good groove on these. I'm super stoked. So let me just pull up what this card is so we all know what's going on. So the content of the card is the bonfire lighters. It is the Page of Coins or Pentacles, depending on which version of the cards you read. And the deal here is, like, the card itself is like manifestation, financial opportunity, skill development, or in reverse, a lack of progress, procrastination, and learning from failure. But manifestation and financial opportunity, there's a central piece around the circus, which is a bonfire. It has a few different purposes. Please, I'll try not to spoiler, but read the book to find out what that means. So when they first start this circus, the bonfire is lit, and it's a big kind of ceremonial scenario, and it's a big deal. So so these characters are who light that bonfire. So it's critical. They play a small, tiny part in the book. I think they have a few sentences, but they kind of light a very key piece of the story. So that's why these lovely characters get their own card. So as you can see, I've made some progress. We have our lines, we have our sticker lines, and some of our heavy shadows, which I think this is one of the cards where that's just really working really well. I'm very happy with that. The skirts are kind of tough because the way that they're angled, they don't create a shadow in my light source. So that's frustrating because that could have really played out at the bottom there. But I think we can probably make that play together pretty well later on. So we're going to work through that as we go through. And then so we're going to continue with progress. So I started some shadows up here and around. So we're going to pick away at this a little bit today and see how it comes together. And I have lots of work to do to put all these cards together and get myself kind of caught up per se, because these cards are back to launching this coming weekend. I was supposed to do one this weekend according to my schedule, and I didn't. I just continued my vacation all the way through, but that's okay. We'll play catch up, and we got lots of time. We're all good. Alessandra's in Twitch. Welcome. Alessandra_illustrator is in Twitch. Welcome to the stream. I'm so sorry I missed your streams on the weekend. I saw people's things popping up, but I could not bring myself to put my face in front of a screen. But I'm very eager to catch up on everybody else's streams and see how they were going this coming week. So I promise to try and catch up. Okay, so typical card. As you can see, this is a black and white card. So we have some of the red playing out here. You can see my hue saturation layer going on here, and it's kind of playing out so that we can have those red pops. There's none on the left side right now, but I'm not certain that that's going to be a problem. I kind of took a leaf out of the book from like the acrobats. I didn't want all of them to be red because I felt like that was going to flatten out what I was trying to do. But it's kind of off to the side, but the fire in her hand, sorry, it's so dry in every part of my world, and my nose is making me crazy. I'm like on the edge of a sneeze all the time, so I'm so sorry. But the fire that's in her hand is going to be very glowy. Like it's going to be like the flames in our fortune teller card and things like that. So it's going to eventually have a pretty solid pop. So that might balance out the lack of red on the left side. So I'm just going to wait this out and see how it looks once I start putting the shades, shading in and all that kind of stuff before I get too freaked out about the color. We have Antoine in the chat on YouTube. Welcome to the stream. Wish you the best wishes in 2025. Thank you so much. Same to you. Hope you had a wonderful holiday. I sure did. It was really great. It felt nice and long, which was key. And I felt like everybody could use a few extra days before they go back to work. But I didn't feel like frustrated going back to work, if you know what I mean. It was nice to kind of reset and kind of just go at my own pace for a little while. I'm going to take 2 weeks off more frequently, I think. Oh my goodness gracious. Odari is in the chat. Welcome to the stream, sir. I saw that you streamed yesterday. Oh my goodness gracious. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I'm sorry I missed it. I was just finishing it saying that I kind of I was just finishing off my holidays yesterday. So I'm going to catch up. So I'm happy to see you back on the streaming. It's going to be so good. Okay, so I have a couple shadows that I do have to throw in, but I have to put them in on top of the red. So let's go get started with that first. Here, we're just going to start, but we're building kind of our smaller shadows within the cutouts. You don't stream on Twitch? I am on Twitch. Here, actually, let me get my link. I'm on Twitch as of like 48 hours ago. So there's the link if you want to switch over. It's one. Either one's fine. I'm watching all the chats. Oh, it was just a test stream. Okay, phew, I didn't miss anything too critical. I was gonna say, if I miss any more of your lady that you were working on before your last streams, oh my goodness, I'll be so upset. Okay, here we go. So we're putting in our little shadows. We have our things laid out. Ah, there we go. We switched over. Welcome. Yeah, I'm still kind of getting the hang of all of this business. So if there's anything that you'd like, you see I might be missing or whatever else, let me know. I'm trying to kind of creep in on what everybody else is doing to make sure that I'm doing the same kind of promotions, etc. Nope. I just deselect's fine. All right. Mojo's just fluffing blankets. He's fine. Whoops. Oh my goodness. So I'm happy to see that lots of people have been streaming over on Twitch, keeping the streaming crew together, which is great. I do have, oh, are you okay over there? What you doing? What you doing? Did it catch you? Did it bite you? Poor Mojo. So yes, so I'm glad everybody's kind of hanging out together and doing their follows and their streams and their shout outs. I do have my plans still. Hodari says hi to Mojo. My plan still to get some kind of collaborative streams going. I won't be doing one in January. I'm trying to figure out how to set up my OBS properly and Discord and all that kind of stuff. I've got some research to do. So I won't be doing one in January while I figure all that out. But I'm hoping that in February we can start our first collaborative one. So keep an eye out on the Instagrams and the Discords and all that kind of fun stuff. Where the main chats are happening so that I can get you guys on the schedule if you're interested in collaborative streaming with me. We don't have to collaborative project if you don't want to, but I think keeping everybody together and collaborating and cross-promoting in this time of transition would be great. So please keep an eye out for that. And I also have to talk to Dan, but we are also going to continue our Joker collaboration into this year. We just kind of both took the holiday, so I'm going to catch up on that this week and get a plan out. So also keep an eye on that, because that is definitely an opportunity for everybody to art collaborate with us, because that's going to be so much fun. Okay, we need to, no thank you, reveal, aha, no, that's all I needed there. Okay, a little bit here. Adar says, cool, I'll be ready for that. Yeah. It's going to be so good. And I have a couple things to iron out, but there was vacation and Behance shutdown and holidays all around the madness when we discussed it. So I think literally Dan was getting on a boat as we were talking about it for his vacation. So let us figure ourselves out. It shouldn't take too much longer, and then we will get you guys the info you need, because I'm very excited. Okay, so let's get some. Oh no, Mojo, leave the neighbors be, bro. Our neighbors are moving, and so they're opening their door and closing them 10 times more than they normally do. So it's been a trial for poor Mojo. Hey, Boog. Poor guy. Does anybody have any crazy New Year's resolutions or anything that came out from the holidays? I know I'm just kind of riding what I kicked off last year. I want to keep going with the studio. I want to keep trying markets and doing that kind of stuff, and just kind of running off of some of the momentum that I was able to kick off last year. Oh, sorry, that was a lot of movement. So that's my plan. Not a lot of dramatics or dramatic changes. I just kind of want to keep going with these things. And I think just kind of focusing a little bit more on art for me this year as well. I have lots of projects I want to do for myself that have been put to the side for a little bit. So I'm ready to get to some of those and some more traditional work. Antoine says, not really, just I need to finish my meditation music, which I started in 2018. Wow, that's cool. That'll be so good. I'm down for meditation music. Don't feel too bad about how long it takes, because I feel like music would take me a very long time. This deck was planned and sitting in my back drawer of my brain for just over 10 years before I even kicked this off. And it's going to be another 1.5 to 2 years before she's done. So If you're stressed out about how long it's taking, don't even worry. You're making music a lot faster than I'd be making music. I never created music. I used to play it, but I haven't created it before. So you got this. I'm eager to hear it. It'll be so good. Okay, so those red shadows are good. Let's highlights, lowlights. I'm just trying to think of where to put the shadows in the shawl up here. If we need 3 sets of shadows, maybe a little bit. I'm just worried I'm going to make this a big mess, but that's what layers are for. Leaving the floor alone, right? Okay. Oof, I almost fell off the chair. Ray's in the chat on YouTube. Welcome from London, England. Happy New Year. How was your holiday? Welcome to the stream. We are working on more tarot cards. I love it. It was nice to just kind of sit with these and let the ideas run for a little bit because they're super exciting and there's no pressure over the holidays, so it's been a lot of fun. Lots of momentum. It was good. Excellent. I like to hear that. I love a good holiday break. It kind of sounds like a lot of people were pretty low key this year, which is nice. Oh my goodness. We've got RB in the chat. Welcome to the stream. It's just color here. Where are Hues and Tones? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, that's not what I wanted, darling. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. I was working on these over the holidays and I had this heated blanket. Like it was actually pretty chilly here over the holidays. Not freezing, but pretty chilly. So I had my heated blanket on while I was watching TV. But when I was working on this at the same time, if the blanket like ever touched the screen, it was like freaking out because it didn't know what was going on. Which is the heat source that I'm supposed to follow. Did not know what it was doing. Did you take a break at all, RB? Or were you working like a maniac the whole time? On commissions, etc. Oops. Oh no, I'm so silly. That's not how you do this, Erin. Figure it out. There we go. Yes, I finished most of the stuff, said RB. Awesome. I love some good productivity. Yeah, I had lots of things in mind for what I was going to do over the holidays. Like, not a lot of pressure. And like I said, not a lot of, like, work. Like, I didn't do a lot of admin stuff, which I'm already immediately paying for this week now that I'm back to things. But I was able to work on some, like, illustrations and stuff, which was super great. So it all worked out, I think. There's one project still going on, but it has to be that way. That's fine. How was your holiday period? Mine was great. I had lots of relaxing business. I got to illustrate. I got to rest. I watched a bunch of TV, caught up on a bunch of shows that I hadn't finished yet, and just kind of like relaxed. It was nice. It was wonderful. Recharge the batteries so we can get back to some chaos here in 2025 in the studio. Okay, and then we'll get this one sorted. Now, one thing I was a little bit worried about was that I was getting a little too complex with some of these. There's a couple cards that I finished that I'm going to be showing towards the end that are definitely over the top. And I think there's going to be a few definitely over the top cards. I have to make sure that I balance some of them out so I don't go too crazy, because I'll never get these done otherwise. But I think some of them just deserve a little bit more complexity, and others I think just keep it simple. So I think I just picked some complex ones to work on over the holidays. Ojari says, it's cold to me. You're like across the river from me. My bones are frozen. It's damp cold here today. It's a damp chill. Like I got home and I was like shivering. It's through to the bones. The wind was a little chilly today. So like it's not snowing too much. So it's extra chilly. Not great. Excuse you. No, thank you. I don't rip up your things. Thank you. All right, so let's go back to this. Alrighty. Come on, you. I'm hoping that these are all kind of getting a bit of a style, which is great. They're all kind of pulling together. Some of the cards I did over the holidays were my brain shorted it. Oh, full colored cards instead of these black and white ones. And we've done a lot of the black and white ones so far. So I think finding that balance of how many patterns to put in is something I still need to do. But I think we're still on a good track here. Meat popsicle. Oh my goodness. You guys. Too much, I say. You're too funny. Oh goodness. It was minus 12 yesterday, 9 Celsius. Really crazy weather. 9 Celsius. Oh my goodness. It felt like minus 15 Celsius here today. And that's not even really too cold. I think my brother over the holidays said that where he is, which is almost at the North Pole, Antoine, not quite at the North Pole at all, but I think it was like, felt like minus 45 Celsius. Something like that. So they were going to go ice fishing and they opted to not because they chose life. Yeah, it's pretty fresh. Oops. Go. Is there... Oops, come on, you. Hey, RB, did I hear rumors that you were going to start streaming this year? Is that a thing? I've yet to see an RB stream. I would subscribe to this. Oh dear. Ray says it would have been better to have 5 feet of snow than 5 feet of water in the UK, definitely. Yeah, no, I'd much prefer snow over the rain too. Especially right now when it's all like muddy and stuff. Because actually, for quite a bit of the break, we had a lot of snow, like some snow at the start, and then it got rainy, and so our whole yard here was just like a mud pit. It made going for walks with Mojo not as fun as normal. And then it got cold, so now it's all frozen, which is better than the mud, I guess. Arby says, I might, but if I do, it'll probably stay on Discord. That's right. Okay, I did hear that. Okay, that's amazing. I used to be on Twitch and really tired of it. In the time when I was coding shooter games. Okay, gotcha. That's fair. That's okay. I'm just excited to see what everybody's up to. I was thinking the other day, I know we were all bummed that, Behance was shut down and the community were being lost, but I think this also kind of forces us to kind of get out of the routine and find new humans to add to our collection of fabulousness. So I think there's going to be some advantages to this as well. So watching in all the different fun places. Oh. Arby says, to be honest, I was not even watching Behance. Too much crap on the streams. I take offense, sir. Not one crap from here. I know it's not what you mean, but the door was open and I had to kick through. I take offense. Oh no, don't do that. Thank you. Boop, 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 boop. Not you. Too many kids showing crap. Fair. Okay. And it was hard because when they removed the live stream from kind of the main page, it was hard to, okay, I'm going to have to take off my, I'm going to have to disconnect my phone here. Just leave it, bud. Just leave the neighbors alone. I'm going to hide this. Can I hide this? Where's this? There. And then we'll move this here. Hey, bro. Do you want to leave the neighbors alone? Come here. They're just shifting what they want to do. Leave them alone. You're a good boy. So yeah, when they... Okay, dude, stop, I said. Please. I'm on the live stream. Enough, please. Yeah, so when they moved the live stream kind of away from, like, harder to find, it was, like, I had a hard time finding, like, live streams that weren't really what I was already following. So that kind of sucked. Okay, I'm going to stop shifting that now. And it's not that they were showing simple use of stuff, it's the giggle that is annoying. It's funny what little things kind of get to you, right? I think I was watching a Max. It wasn't this most recent one, I think it was the one before it. And the people who were presenting were wicked nervous. So there was kind of a nervous, and it was like almost everybody in one section. And they were all had this like nervous laughter, and I almost had to turn it off because it was a lot. Like there's a lot happening right now that I can't. It's very distracting. Okay, let's work some shadows out on these lovelies, and then we will see what else we can come up with here. And especially they were showing Illustrator stuff. For me, it was really boring. Yeah, if the content's not what you're looking for, then yeah, by all means, for sure, take the break, because if you're not going to learn anything exciting from it, there's other things to watch. I don't think that's what I wanted to do there. Light source. Sorry, I didn't think about any sort of light sources at all. Let's just try again. There we go. Well, there you go. If you're not going to learn anything, don't waste the minutes. There's only so many. Oh, dear. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, so let's do this. So yeah, so the year mostly is going to be a lot of tarot cards for sure, but I also am collaborating, like I mentioned, with DTM and a few other illustrators throughout the year. So don't worry, the streams won't always be me shading stained glass. We're going to have lots of exciting things going on, on the streams as well. I also have some traditional stuff that I want to be working on as well, just for me, really. So maybe I'll pull some streams that do more traditional work again, because I enjoyed those when I did them. Okay. Harvey says, no, of course not. You can shade ordinary glass too. You are not wrong, sir. There you go. You are not wrong. I can shade whatever the heck I want. Let's shade it to a shading stream. Shading with Aaron. With Hues and Tones. No! Not the eraser. There we go. Aaron, get it together, woman. There we go. Odari says, you know, it would be cool if we all were on a YouTube channel together and at the same time doing our own thing. I see people do that all the time. That'd be fun. So like a collaborative stream. So a bunch of us are on there at the same time. Because I'm trying to coordinate something like that. Like I'm trying to coordinate. Those are kind of what I'm hoping to do. I put it out during the first initially through the like the big kind of Behance Bash thing. Because that's what I want to do. I was initially thinking of it like with lots of people, like with either like me and another artist, but I would totally have like multiple artists on at the same time, and we can all just be doing our own thing. Like the collaborative stream is just figured like me and another illustrator or another creator are talking while we create that night. But I'd be down to have multiple creators on at the same time. So give me a week or so to sort myself out. Like I said, I took the vacation, but now I'm kind of paying for it. Let me sort myself out and then get a message out, and we'll see what people are interested in, because that sounds very exciting. Because I think that would be super fun. Like, I don't mind being here and chatting, but like I really enjoyed the streams when we were doing the kind of bash where we could kind of bounce off one another and have like a little nice chat. Because sometimes, you know, I'm sitting here quietly kind of contemplating my next message. Somebody else could be filling the silence. I'm talking about how awesome their art is. Yeah, super in. Okay, so I will get something sorted and then get people together so that we can come up with a super plan. And I'd be like down to do it on a semi-regular basis. I was going to put out a schedule, but if it's something that people want to do regularly, I'm in. I think it would be fun too, Adari. So yeah, okay. Let's see what I can put out there, and then what we can all coordinate together. Find a time that works for people and do a super stream. Super fun. Sometimes I don't think I think through the whole design when I'm creating the line art. There's a lot of shadows here, but I think we're in okay shape. I don't think it's gonna make too much of a mess. What time is it? Oh, it's only 7:30. Excellent. Hoping to get someone like the artists as well, kind of that I have nearby here. I don't know if they'd be down to stream or not, but it'd be kind of cool to kind of set up little interviewee type things, because we all kind of work together but don't get to like talk about our artwork a lot, so I think it'd be fun. Antoine says there's a game. It's called Gallic Phone, something like that, and you're drawing turn by turn. And guess what it is? That's pretty cool. I want to do one, like it would be a challenge online, but I'm sure we could figure it out if we wanted to. But I'd like to do one like where you're kind of in person and everybody has a canvas and you draw or paint for like 10-15 minutes and then pass your canvas to the left, and then you kind of like work on the next canvas that comes to you and all that kind of fun stuff. I think that would be a super fun activity. All these art things, get those creative juices flowing. I love it. Oops. All right, coming together. So that left side of the card doesn't look so kind of sparse now with those shadows, so we might be in okay shape here. I was a little worried that with it having no red, that it would be a problem, but I think we're okay. There's still lots to do on this card though, so let's see how it comes together. Oh dear, what a mess. Uh-oh, we have a feud. RB says, I know Dari won't collaborate with me. I asked him twice already. Uh-oh. Can open. Worms everywhere. Oh no, what have we done? Do you guys need like the sibling shirt so that you share the shirts until you get along? So we're not fighting anymore? No fighting. Nope. Be a little more careful with some of these lassos because we don't want to mess up all the shadows or make my life harder when it comes to erasing, etc. Some we can be a little more loosey-goosey with, other ones we got to be a little bit more careful. He says, oh, I made a drawing of Penny's dog. It happens to have the same name as Darius. That's amazing. Mafu started streaming an interactive site called Magma. Yeah, they did that on the Behance like super stream. It was pretty cool. Like you could watch everybody live drawing. It's really interesting. So I haven't had tried to I haven't had a chance to try it. I know they sent the link in the chat at the event. Sorry, 8 thoughts at once there, shorting out my brain. Sitting quietly and watching TV does a number on your ability to language for sure. But yeah, it was a pretty cool site. I think if you just Google Magma, Antoine, you might be able to find it. It was like a basic drawing software. But you could collaborate. So like if we were both working on it right now, we could see both our drawings at the same time. I assume assuming the internet plays the game, but yeah, it was pretty neat. I hadn't had a chance to play around with it. My computer was pretty busy that day, but I would like to try it, I think. No, there you go. Ray's got the link. Thank you, Ray. Boop, boop, boop. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Because it's just like a browser as well, which is neat. You don't have to like download a bunch of things. It's pretty cool to watch everybody playing with it a little bit. RB, did you post your the dog on one of the Discords? I'm going to be better at Discord this year. I feel like I kind of fell behind a little bit there. I was intimidated because I didn't know what I was looking at. Now I think I'm going to overcome that this year. It's on Discord. Okay, sweet. I will go hunt it down. Because that sounds amazing. You guys have matching dog names. That's so cute. The little guys. Oh dear, so aggressive. Alessandra's back in the chat, finishing work. My goodness gracious. So late. I'm almost done this card. That's a lie. But we're making progress at least. Now I tried to make a conscious decision to have there be kind of less and less detail with each figure as we moved back here. But, so I'm going to try and keep that going. Just to give it that depth, because I don't want them to look like they're right next to each other either. I want them to look like they're taking up lots of space. Where do I sell the cards, Ray? Are you talking about the tarot cards and selling them? Well, let's open that discussion, shall we? I want to. They're currently, as you can see, the whole deck is not complete. These are cards 14, 15 of 78. But I want to I want to sell a full deck at the end. There's going to be a full deck together. But I also have, at this moment, prepared prints and coloring pages of each card. But then I also want to test run some printed cards and sell them individually. Is that something that you guys think that you would be interested in? And like as like individual cards or anything. This is part of my January research, is what people are or we're interested in. So yes, there's 78 because there's like the normal kind of 4 suits, and there's 10. There's 14 per suit, plus the 22 for the major arcana. So it's a little more dramatic than playing cards. So I don't have anything for sale just yet, but I do want to get them up online somewhere for downloading of prints or whatever, and then selling them individually. So that's this is the research I have to do. I don't know if people would want to buy individual cards or if they just want the whole deck, which wouldn't be available till next year, I don't think. I don't have enough fingers to count that high. You are correct, RB. Although, think of the illustrations I could get done. I had 78 fingers. Think of the progress. So nothing just yet, Ray, but please keep an eye out on the socials, and I'll be mentioning it here should I get that kind of out and about and socialized for everybody, because I'm trying to figure out how best to go, because I know some people have already asked me about purchasing a deck, and I don't want to hold them up too long, but I also don't want it to be very expensive for them to buy each individual card as it's ready. So I'm kind of weighing what the interest would be there. So if anybody has any brilliant insights, let me know. Otherwise, please hold. Otari says, it's crazy. Every time you or Wade stream, I'm cooking. What's the connection? Do you guys make me want to cook? We're just always hungry, and we want you to feed us. That's why. Make delicious foods. What are you making, Otari? You always have something fabulous that you're making. I had a really delicious, steak and rice dish, but the rice was like an Asian rice with pickled cucumbers and stuff on top. It was delightful. It was excellent. I would make again. Otari says, I want the whole set. I will wait and I will pay whatever. Alrighty. Thank you. That's amazing. I love it. Because I have to research, because I personally read my own tarot and have my own kind of thing, but I'm not as in depth as some people are. So I don't know if buying individual cards would be as popular, or maybe if I just kind of do maybe focused on a suit, maybe the major arcana, and printed those as a test run, because I do want to test my printer. I have a few printers online that I want to test out, make sure it's a good quality before I send whole decks to be printed. So we'll see where that goes. And so I thank you for everybody's enthusiasm. I do appreciate that. So there's more to come there for sure, because that's kind of my next area of research. Okay, so what do we have here? I'm gonna do this arrow. I feel like something I have to do something extra fancy with the arrow. I feel like just having it there, I need to do something a little extra special with that, I think. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone for a minute. Maybe I just give it an extra highlight or something. It needs something a little extra, because it's the arrow that's gonna light the bonfire, and that's a huge big deal. Okay, so our next order of business will be getting some stained glass done. And there's not too much on this one, so let's get some highlights on here to make this guy glow a little bit. So new layer and create an overlay. And then we want a lighter color, like this one, like this one. Okay. Like obsessed with what this layer does to make it glow. It's so fantastic. Steak and garlic, butter potatoes with broccoli, and dinner rolls. Oh my goodness, you're gonna be so full. So full. It's like one thing after the holidays is like I'm full from like all the rich food that I ate, but then also bummed that I'm not having cookies for breakfast. So it's a weird time. I brought like a pile of snacks to work today. I'm like, well, so at least we can have like healthy snacks. But then I was just like, if I was hungry, oh my goodness, this holiday eating, I tell you. Too delicious. But that steak does sound really good. Obsessed. Maybe what I'll do next week, I have some more cards to work on, but maybe I will put some of these together. Get them into their layouts, get them onto the desktop, get them into their final card layouts. That could be fun. Maybe we can work on that a little bit. And then get this highlight done, and then I'll show you the other cards I was working on. Over's a break. Oops. Erasing's not going to get me there. Ooh, that's an ugly lasso. Let's try a little bit more here. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Let's try again. There we go. And then we'll throw a couple shadows in, and we will duplicate and clear. Okay, and then this one, I'm not really sure where some of these lines came from, but they all worked out really well in the end. I mean, I totally intended for all these lines to look exactly this way. And then alrighty. Okay, so that's a pretty good start. Do I not have... I don't have those stained glass. Okay, so we'll just do these. All right, really coming together. Okay, so I'm gonna save this for right now. Yes. Yes, yes. Because I'm like, when I put those like tiny stained glass highlights on there, those scarves are really going to pop. Yes, yes. Okay, very exciting. Okay, awesome. Okay, so I'm very excited with this card. So let's go over and I'll show you the other 3 cards I worked on. They're all kind of just in their timeout while I figure things out. Let's kind of go back to them. This one I needed to take a break from because this one I was worried about the shadows. Like there's a lot of shadows on this one. So I had to figure this one out. But this is a Major Arcana card. And she goes with the next one I'm going to show you. They're sisters. And they both have very different trajectories, but my goal here was to have the cards kind of mirror each other to a degree, which you'll see in a second. But I think that this has kind of like an eerie effect that I was kind of looking for here. So I'm very excited about this. The shadow kind of on top of her head, I needed it to be heavier, but like it sits funny. So I need to kind of like see how that's going to work. So this is one Major Arcana card. This is actually the Tower card. And then her sister. Thank you. RB says, I have no clue about tarot, but this one is awesome. Thank you. And this one's her sister. I haven't looked at this one in a few days. I am thrilled with those flowers. They came out really well. So this is the Chariot. This is her sister. So you can see the girls are mirrored. I use the same reference for each girl just to make sure they're not twins per se, but they're very similar and very alike. So they have their own stories together. So I think that they'll be really interesting together. So when I start putting these ladies in their cards, we'll put them side by side and you can see them kind of balancing out. So that's the Chariot card. Again, another Major Arcana. And this is the Knight of Swords. This one I'm freaking stoked about. When I got the reference for this one, I was losing my mind because this was not how my idea was going to come out. I'm a little worried about it being a little busy, which is why it's on a timeout, so I can kind of just like come back to it a little bit. Not too bad now that I look at it. But the basic behind this is that she does a magic spell and her coat turns into a raven. And so I was going to do, I think I talked about this before when I was doing the line art for it, is like I was just going to do basic like wings off a coat. And I didn't want to because it felt kind of like the obvious choice. And I don't want to do that all the time. And I got a really amazing reference from Firefly when I was playing around with it one day. And it really came together. So I think maybe a little bit more punch on the feathers that are in front. Like for highlights maybe, just to pop them out a little bit more. But this one I am freaking stoked about. I'm going to blow this one up actually. I have like the vector line art. I want to make it really big and kind of like traditionally paint it. So yeah, so that's where the 4 cards I've been working on over the holiday. I would put them into a display case. Oh, thank you. I like to hear that. So yeah, so I'm going to be very excited to continue with these. And the next set of cards I'm actually so stoked about. Like I want to be working on these all of the time. I'm so glad that it hasn't fizzled. It hasn't kind of... that it hasn't... faded for me. I was worried I'd get like 5 cards in and be like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. But I'm so glad that they are coming together and I'm still so excited about them. Alexander says, no, don't blow it up. It's too nice for it to be destroyed. You're hilarious. Yeah, I want to paint it because like all those feathers and everything, like I think they look really good for the style that they're here. But I think there's lots of really great like coloring potential with different colors and I have more paper patterns here I bought over the holidays. So I have more color palettes to work with. I'm so excited, guys. I'm even more excited this year about what I'm going to put out this year than I was about what I was going to put out last year. So it's going to be so good. So yeah, so I think that that's kind of a logical place to kind of tone things down. Like I said, I'm just kind of getting back into the real world groove here. So be patient with me, but I will be talking on the Behance Bash or the Sketch and discords about collaboration with DTM once we have a chance to chat about those collaborative opportunities for everybody. And then I will be putting something out, ideas or schedules or something for the collaborative live streams, because it seems like that's something that people are really into. So I will put something out about that. Give me a week or so and we'll put something out into the universe so that you guys can provide your feedback, and hopefully we can coordinate something that will be a lot of fun for everybody, because I think those streams could be a lot of fun. And good for everybody to kind of bounce ideas off of and all that kind of fun stuff. So thank you to everybody who tuned in. I'm glad that Twitch worked so nicely. That was my first look at it at all. So that worked really well. So thank you to Odari, Alessandra, Ray, RB, Antoine, everybody who joined the chat on all the streams. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. And we'll talk again soon. Next live stream plan is at the same time and channels next Monday. So I'm kind of hoping to add another stream every now and again, but I don't know what that looks like yet, because I do still have lots of other things I have to do in a day. So poor Mojo would veto that idea immediately. But if I get another one on here, I will definitely let you all know. Have a fabulous evening and rest of your week, guys, and I will talk to you all soon. What's that? When I stream, I'm in under another username. Oh, yes, yeah, you're the Helpful Doodles one, because that's the one I followed. Is that correct, Alessandra, before I sign off? Okay. If it's not Helpful Doodles, let me know. But that's the one I follow. Okay, yes, so that's the one I followed. So if you're going to watch Alessandra, she is under Helpful Doodles. And then everybody else, Odari's also on Twitch. And you can check, I've been trying to kind of tag people. I just learned how to do that like an hour ago on my Twitch account. So if you're looking for your favorite illustrator, creator, etc., just reach out to them or reach out to someone who you think might know them, and we will get the right links. Now that Behance has been disbanded, we will find our new way. All right, have a fabulous week, everybody. I hope you have an amazing rest of your adventures, and I will catch you all next Monday. Thanks, guys. Oh, sorry. Odari's trying for Friday. So check out Odari on Friday. And I know DTM's doing a couple morning ones to start the week. Okay. Bye, guys. Have a great week.